Hello, welcome back to VirtUUal RE. I'm glad you could make it, and I hope that this is a chance for you and your family to connect as Unitarian Universalists. So welcome. As you may remember, our theme for this month is wisdom, and it's our last week of it. And today in particular, we are going to look at wisdom and how it connects to simplicity. Kind of a strange combination when you think about it, huh? So, if you don't already have a chalice or a candle ready, go grab one. And if you want to bring a little bowl of rocks or pebbles or shells for your joys and concerns, feel free to do that as well. And when you're ready, come on back and we'll light our chalices together. Here at my house, I have many chalices. This is one that my daughter made. Oh, she was probably maybe 11 years old. She's an adult now. And we can do our chalice lighting words with our hand motions. We light this chalice, which I already did, to celebrate Unitarian Universalism with an open mind, helping hands, a loving heart. We care for the planet Earth and for each other and ourselves. So now if you like to do your own joys and concerns, feel free to stop the video, and then when you're ready, start it back up and we'll continue on. See you soon. So next we'll do our Wonder Box. This is my Wonder Box here at home. Let's see, what is inside my Wonder Box today? Oh, it's a paper tube, the kind that holds toilet paper. You may have heard a lot about toilet paper in the last couple of weeks and how people are buying lots of it because they're afraid we will run out. Well, whether or not that's true, I don't like to think that it could be true. But look at the paper tube a little closer. It's a pretty simple thing. It looks like there's paper that's just kind of wrapped around, and somehow it's glued together so that it's kind of hard. It's a pretty simple thing, don't you think? So what is simplicity? Simplicity is kind of the opposite of complicated. It means something that's easy or natural or plain, maybe easy to understand. And this paper tube is pretty plain and simple, wouldn't you say? And so today, as we focus on the word simplicity, when you hear the word simplicity, you might just think of something easy and uncomplicated. We'll have a few minutes for a short meditation. So feel free to get some of your wiggles out. If it's hard for you to sit for 3 minutes, then that's a good thing to do. In the preschool class, we do this. I wiggle my fingers. I wiggle my toes. I wiggle my shoulders. I wiggle my nose. Now no more wiggles are left in me, so now I can be as still as can be. So sit down On the floor, on a chair, crisscross applesauce style, whatever you feel comfortable doing. So take a deep breath. And another. Close your eyes if you feel comfortable doing so. And imagine your room, your bedroom. Look around. What do you see? You probably have some sort of a bed. And you might even have a closet. It could be small or big. What's inside of your closet? Is it clothes? Books? Toys? Is it easy for you to get to your closet or to the window if you have one? Or are there too many books and toys and stuffed animals on the floor? What about the rest of your house? Imagine walking down to the hall or stairs, whatever you have in your house, into your living room or family room. What does it look like? Is there a place for everything? Or do people just kind of throw things around and it looks a little messy? How does that make you feel? Is it comforting? Or does it make you feel anxious and frustrated? Now imagine if all of that stuff was gone. Maybe someone just waved a magic wand and poof, it just all disappeared. How would that make you feel? Would you be sad because your toys and books and everything is gone? Or would you be a little relieved that you don't have to worry about where everything is and how to keep track of it and have a place for it? Now imagine if you could just take 5 things that disappeared and bring them back to your bedroom. What would you bring? And why would you bring that? Is it something that you loved so much that you can't imagine not having it anymore? Or was it a special gift from someone you love very much that helps you remember them? How do you decide what is important to keep and what is not important and can be given away? Now imagine you're in your bedroom with just the things that you really love and just the people you really love. Now how do you feel? Do you feel happy, safe, content? Or maybe you feel a little sadness at remembering what is not there anymore. Everyone's feelings are going to be a little different with this. And it's okay, whatever your feelings are. Take another deep breath. and say to yourself, thank you for all the things that I have and I love. And thank you for all the people I love too. And when you're ready, open your eyes. So what did you think of that meditation? What were some of the things you pictured leaving your bedroom? And what were some of the things that you brought back into your bedroom? Feel free to stop the video and talk to your family about what you imagined. And when you're ready, come on back. So, welcome back again. In our last week of exploring our wisdom, I'm sure that you've gained some wisdom now. The last 2 weeks or so, you've probably learned a lot about something called the coronavirus. You've probably learned a lot about the importance of washing your hands. You've probably learned a lot about how germs spread and how to cover your cough and your sneeze. So, today we will look at wisdom, but through the eyes of simplicity. So what do you think it would mean to live a life of simplicity? Feel free to share your thoughts with each other. I can maybe guess what some of the things you could have mentioned would be. Maybe it was to have fewer toys and things, kind of like in our meditation. Maybe it was to eat food grown in your own garden or bought from a local farmer's market. Maybe it was to just not buy things that you don't really need. Maybe it was to reuse things like paper tubes in a new way so that you don't have to throw them away. Maybe you thought not to rely on technology. For example, walking or riding your bike to school, to the store, to the playground, instead of driving in a car. Or maybe reading books instead of watching TV and playing video games. I'm sure you came up with a lot of other ideas, and that's awesome. And if you want, you can share them with me on Facebook in the UCE Children and Youth Facebook page or in an email. So today I have a book. But it's on my computer. It's called Henry Builds a Cabin. But before we read the story, did you know that there are some people from our Unitarian heritage who felt it was very important to live a simple life? One such person was Henry David Thoreau. You may have heard of him. He lived in the 1800s, which was a long time ago. And in those days, perhaps people would say that life was pretty simple then, compared to our lives today. Well, Henry David Thoreau is famous for writing a book called Walden Pond. And some of you who are older maybe have gone to Boston as part of the coming of age group and have visited Walden Pond. Well, Henry did an experiment of his own. He wanted to know what it would be like to live simply. And so he built a cabin by Walden Pond and lived there for a year, maybe it was a little more than a year, and tried to live what he said, a simple lifestyle. So here's the story of Henry Builds a Cabin. And if you go to the UCE website and look at the VirtUUal RE tab, and you will click a link there, and in that link there is a link to a video of the story. You can watch it through there, but I'm also going to show it through this video here. So bear with me while I set that up, and we will proceed.